If you are about to rent your first apartment in the US and you do not want to waste money or get scammed, then hear me out because I am sharing the top 5 mistakes that you can avoid before you sign that lease. Finding an apartment is such a hassle already, so I suggest that you pay attention because this could save your money, even your credit score, and a lot of frustration. So, honestly, renting an apartment in the US is not a very easy process. uh, there's this whole lot of steps that you need to complete before you file your application. So trust me, when you come here, it's better that you know these things beforehand. Otherwise, there are some dangerous or serious problems one can get into. So I'm Tanu and I moved to the US about 5 years ago. And I have changed maybe 5 or 6 apartments. I've stayed in different cities and different states, and I've navigated myself through those difficult processes. I have lost a lot of money in the process as well. So I've learned really from my experience, and that's what I'm going to share with you guys. So the number one mistake I've seen the way newcomers get scammed is they send money to someone they've never met before. So here's what happens, like people go online, they look for a nice apartment, and then they contact the landlord and they say, oh, they're traveling and maybe you can send a security deposit because they get a lot of inquiries on that specific apartment. So if you want to hold that apartment, you just pay a security deposit. And so you send the money, and when you will show up at the apartment, probably either the address would be wrong or somebody would already be living up there. Your money is gone forever. So never send any money or wire transfers before meeting the landlord in person and before you actually see the actual apartment. Always verify that the landlord owns that property, check public records, ask for proper identification, because this is such a common mistake I've seen newcomers make. In fact, one of my friends, they didn't have any contacts in the US, so they were new, they were traveling for the first time, so they thought they don't want to stay in a hotel because hotels are so expensive, right? So they just booked something online, and once they reached the airport, nobody showed up and nobody even picked up their calls, and they didn't know where to go. So avoid this at all costs. Mistake number 2, never sign a lease without reading every single word. Many newcomers think that, oh, it's just standard paperwork and they can just go through it, but every property that you book will have different policies related with that property, because it also depends on a state to state basis. So for example, there might be like a hefty penalty if you pay even like 1 hour late than the due date, and some are the worst. If you are like leaving the property early, or if you're breaking your lease early, they would make you even find your own replacement. If you don't understand something, check with a friend or take it to your property manager itself and ask them to clarify what this means. They are obliged to tell you everything. But also take your time, read it carefully, read it twice, thrice before signing anything. There was a clause in my lease that if somebody stays in my apartment more than like 2 nights or 2 days and 2 nights, then I need to get approval from the landlord, and I wasn't really aware of that. And so I had my family come over and they stayed like for a week, and somehow the landlord got to know, and then I was fined a penalty of $350 for that mistake. So any small error that you make, you can really get big penalties and big fines. So yes, just sharing from my experience, read your lease carefully if you want to avoid. Yeah, mistake number 3, never skip the move-in inspection. So I've seen that people, they move in and then they just shift their stuff and settle down. They don't really inspect the place, and that can cost you even your entire security deposit, which is already high, almost double or triple, just because you're a newcomer. So when you move in, you must document every single scratch or stain or any broken item, or if you're not getting hot water, or if something is off. When I moved into this apartment, this one had a lot of issues. There were carpet stains on it, and it wasn't like cleaned properly, and there was like a lot of dust, and I saw some stains in the cabinet as well. So I made sure that I, created like a fresh email, took all the photos and gave it to the property manager so that when I leave the apartment, I do not have to pay for it. And I got a confirmation back from them that we've noted all this down, and so don't worry, you will not have to pay for anything. So just have that as a written notice or record with you. It's not even about that they're being dishonest or they're trying to scam you, but it just so happens that they are not aware of the conditions. So it is in your right to make them aware of what the current situation of the apartment is. And there's another mistake that I've seen people make. They just look, especially with the newcomers, they'll go online, they'll look at the rent and they think that that's all they have to pay. Sorry to say, that's not the case. When you budget your monthly expenses and you see, okay, this property is for $1,300, so put an additional charge of $100 to $200 in that rent, because it is very reasonable for landlords or property managers to put additional charges like trash maintenance or general maintenance or some sort of a miscellaneous charge on top of that rent. So when you're calculating that rent, if it's $1,300, just imagine that it could be $1,500 plus your utilities of internet, electricity, water, gas, and everything else. That would be added on top of your rent, and that would be your monthly budget. And again, all this would be mentioned on the lease, so don't worry about it, but just make sure that you ask all these things before signing the lease. Do not go on verbal promises, because that is not in your favor at all. And last but not the least, never skip your renter's insurance. Many newcomers think that renter's insurance is optional. No, it's not. But here's the shocking part. If your apartment floods or catches fire, your landlord insurance will only cover the building, not your belongings. So if you opt out of the renter's insurance, they will put their own insurance into your rent, in which case it is only applicable to the building and not to you or your belongings. So never go with the landlord's renter's insurance. Always buy your own. It's not that expensive. I pay about $15 monthly as renter's insurance. So have that ready in your name. Include your spouse or family members in it as well, because without it you could really lose everything and have no way to replace it or get yourself back some money. So yeah, that was all the mistakes that I could think of today. Hope this helps at least one person. And I'm also creating a new product for people who really want help in getting the apartments and traveling to the US for the first time. So for now, check out the free checklist that I have linked in the video below. That will really help you check things off the list before you actually land, and you will be better prepared for your move. So check that out, and if you need more help, you know where to find me. Enjoy until then. See you in the next video. Bye.